Jay, come on in. My friend, come in.
Happy Freedom Day, dude.
Happy Freedom Day.
Good day to celebrate.
And Freedom Day is all about celebrating what it means to be South African, and that means delicious food too. Oh yeah, anytime, any day. We're bringing all of our proudly South African ingredients together in these delicious, mouth-watering Boerewors and Chakalaka Pop-Tarts. Jay, because Vorosoki, say it with me now. Voroso. I mean.
Sorry, I let you down a little bit there, Tubbs.
But these are going to be a hit. I mean, and there's no wondering why.
I mean, 3 of South Africa's greatest exports, Boerewors, Chakalaka, and maize. I mean, come on.
Come on.
They're partying together and it's, I mean, what a beautiful result.
Creation, I love it. Okay, let's go through it. What do we need to bring these to life?
Okay, so firstly, cook up your pap. So you don't want it super stiff, you also don't want it super crumbly. So that nice and smooth, nice and soft.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we've got some cream-style corn,
Yes.
out of a tin. A great thing to add to pap. It just gives you that creaminess, that bit of,
a punch of flavor.
Yeah, adding a punch of flavor. I think it's great. So we're going to go in with that, and then some cheese, right? So cheese also great with pap. I remember, growing up, my mom used to make these pap tarts.
Oh yeah.
So she would lay the pap, the cheese, the onions, the chakalaka. So this is sort of a different take on that, right?
I love that. I do love that both the corn, for example, with the cheese, that flavor punch, the contrast of the two is just what you need. With the pap, it's something we've not seen before, but certainly something that's pretty to look at.
And I think, pap is such a versatile thing. You can have it for breakfast, you can have it for lunch, you can have it as a side to so many dishes. It's such a great staple in
many South African homes.
Exactly.
I mean, we all do have a pap story to tell, or experience at least. But then this goes into these what do you call these? What do you call these?
So those are the tart shells that
these are the shells that we created. Okay,
and they're golden brown. We've pre-baked them, so blind baked them a little bit. So that's why they've got a bit of color. So I'm going to show you how we got to that step. Okay. So you just want to sort of keep mashing this, mixture together until everything's nice and incorporated. You can add a bit of butter in here just so that it, a bit pap is so good with butter, just melted inside of it.
But do you know, my grandmother literally, the many porridge mornings that I can tell you the stories of just the porridge will not be had without some butter going on.
A little sprinkling of honey or some brown sugar.
No, my grandmother kept the honey for herself and her friends. But for us, it was just a little bit of that sugar. It's just, the memories are incredible.
Yeah, no, definitely. And so what I'm doing is I'm putting about half a cup into each little pocket of our muffin tin tubs. So we've gone for quite a nice-sized muffin tin. You get some cupcake tins that are quite small. If you wanted to make a canapé, perhaps that would be great. But we're going for a meatier, sort of size, which is great for this kind of dish.
I think this is certainly, for a braai, it's a good starter. While the meat is going there, you are already serving up quite the experience.
So you just use your back of the spoon just to push it up against the side stubs to create that nice pocket for our filling. And bang them into the oven 180 degrees for about 5 to 10 minutes until they reached your point.
Okay, cool. And my point that I've got here, okay, let me not get ahead of myself because I really was about to give it a taste.
Oh, why don't you give it a taste? I can help you with assembling it.
You see,
how about that?
I mean, friends that work together stay together. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go into it. Look at that. Okay, look at this. Can I ask that we have a moment just to see that it's really come together so nicely?
You can see those layers, right? And the pap is not hard.
Yeah.
It's still, holding its shape, but it's still soft enough for you to bite into. Amazing, right? So we've got some pre-cooked Boerewors. Now, this is great because you can pre-cook everything and just assemble it closer to the time of serving. I would probably also use like a dania sausage because that's my favorite kind of sausage to use. But you could use sort of any kind of Boerewors that you have. Okay, so I'm going to put about 4 or 5 pieces in here.
Great. Tastes like home.
Right?
It tastes it's so rich. But how beautifully they all come together. They may marry well together, the ingredients we've used here.
And then we've got some chakalaka. And what I love, Tubbs, is that Boerewors already has so much seasoning in it. So you can see we don't have a lot of ingredients. So this is so accessible to many people. So easy to do. And many of us have all of these ingredients going at the same time.
But that's the thing, is if you were braaiing, in any case, you would have had your chakalaka already there.
Exactly.
You would have cheese sitting in the fridge somewhere there. The wors could be from last night's braaiing or whatever the case may be. But it's really the things that you do probably have at home.
Exactly, and I think that's just what's, that's what South Africans are about, using, making the best out of, what we have. And this is exactly what we're doing here.
Someone's brought their appetite today. It's my friend, Boerewors Music. You have to get involved with this, my friend. I promised you guys a celebration and a party. And what better guy to have in studio than Boerewors himself. Boerewors,
how's it, my friend?
You like pap? I'm not sure. Do you?
Kind of.
Yeah. Every South African does, right?
Obviously.
Please give this a taste and tell me if this is like anything you've ever tried before.
Hands or...
Hands, I'm South Africa. Like, go in with those hands and tell me what you think. Yeah, are you getting that wors? Are you getting the chakalaka? Are you getting the cheese? The creaminess, the richness of it all.
Most definitely.
Compliments to the chef.
I think I took a big bite. Most definitely.
That's what you got to do. I mean, that's the thing. It's sort of like those. It's like a pie, actually. It's sort of like a little pie tartlet. Great for just grabbing your hand. I think this would be actually quite a nice lunchbox situation to take along to work. But yeah, I mean, Boerewors, what else do you think you would put in there?
The Boerewors bring the Kasi flavor.
It does give the Kasi flavor, it does. It's an authentically South African marriage of flavors. The portion control for me, I think the fact that we've done it like this is really good.
It's good.
Portion control, because we're still watching the portions somewhere out there, I'm sure. Mushrooms are an interesting one to add into there.
Yeah, I mean, mushrooms, you could add fresh herbs in it. I mean, it's really, you can make it your own.
We've discovered something really exciting here. I think this is the next export to come out of South Africa to the world. Thank you so much, Jay. Put it here. Boerewors Music is going absolutely nowhere because it's a celebration, and what better way to celebrate than with some good jams coming through. So stick around because we're going to be making some crispy chicken wings as well as some crispy dance moves on the dance floor and chatting to this gentleman over here. We'll see you in a bit.